Hello, everybody. Las Vegas Collectibles, and I want to do something a little different. I want to start talking about things that I think actually matter and will help people. Okay, so that's always been my intent, but let's be more direct about stuff. Let's get to the meat on the bones. Let's talk about stuff. So first of all, everybody in the hobby and everybody that watches YouTubes and really participates in the social media aspect of like collectibles, especially in trading cards and comic books, you'll hear the term pump and dump, right? Pump and dump, pump and dump. It's usually referring to an individual that's saying, hey, look at these orange Post-its. They're freaking amazing. You got to buy these now before the prices go to the moon and you miss out and blah, blah, blah. And all they're doing is talking up something to sell it to somebody else so they don't have to be in it anymore. So they're talking it up in order to dump it out onto everybody, right? Pumping it up and dumping it out. And it's a term in which I think is derogatory. I think the community uses that term as a derogatory comment, right? To put somebody down, like, oh, they're just pumping and dumping, like it's a negative thing. And honestly, I think it's just a business tactic, right? Everybody does it. It's something that's very commonplace in our economy, especially in America, right? People are pumping and dumping stuff all the freaking time. It's just everyday life. Now, why I'm bringing this up? In my opinion, Sports Card Investor is one of these unbelievable talents. He's an extremely talented individual who knows exactly what he's doing. And I believe he's like the epitome of pumping and dumping, which isn't, I don't mean it in like, oh, he's an evil person. But he's not being straightforward with people. And I want to address this right now. Let's talk about what I consider to be the elephant in the room, right? And why I brought up the whole pump and dump. So he's an individual who is extremely focused, obviously, and extremely knowledgeable, and he clearly knows what he's doing when it comes to being an entrepreneur, running a business, and developing the business to make money. Like he's absolutely outstanding at it. And so when you look at his website, it's amazing. And I love this. I absolutely do. I think he does an amazing job. But all of this is by design. When you're looking at this, you see it down here. It does percentages. He doesn't put the actual dollar amounts. That's on purpose. That's absolutely on purpose. Because why? Because percentages are more dramatic. So on here, if you clicked on it, you'll see like just the most basic stuff. It doesn't really give anything else. But if you go to price guide and click on the same card, what you'll end up seeing is a little bit more information. And so on this, and he designs this website so well. So look at this. Starting price, $30. Current price, $95, right? Look at that. 25% jump. Woo. Everything just looks so amazing, right? If you're going through this really quickly, so I appreciate that they're actually transparent and being honest that you could get this card for $11.99 and probably less. But so at least they're putting this out there. However, what do people see? People see the images, right? People love imagery. And it's designed to be this way. And so like if you're not paying attention, because we just clicked on this, right? We didn't filter, we just clicked on like, oh my goodness, the starting price for this is $70. Oh my goodness. But if you're not paying attention, you're like, oh no, that's $70 for a PSA 10. Okay. So if we go to raw, all right, starting price is $2.54. Right? An increase of 5.99% for the current price of $8.53. Right? So if you said it was up 5.9%, it's more dramatic than saying, hey, that card's going for $8.50. So it's all by design, and he's really good at this. And by the way, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, I use the whole Wizard of Oz behind the curtain and stuff like that because there's more. There's more to the illusion. It's not that the Wizard of Oz is evil. The Wizard of Oz was not an evil character, right? He was just lost, just like Dorothy, and he did what he did, but it wasn't like evil, right? Neither is Jeff Wilson. I'm not trying to characterize him as an evil person, but there is definitely more going on behind the curtain that nobody's really talking about, okay? So yes, he's really good at this. And he's really good at selling something. Do you know what he's selling? He's selling his website. He's selling market movers. He's communicating his value proposition, saying, hey, look at the Market Movers app. Now you can see what's going on. And not only that, can you track the prices? You can easily click on any of these cars and then click on a link to a website so you can invest in it, right? I go to all of these. Oh man, I can get this Joe Burrow for $129, and you click on that link. Guess what? He gets a kickback. He gets a kickback for you clicking on that link, right? It's just like anybody else with a link on their website. If you click on the ad, he gets money. So when he says he's investing in sports cards, he's investing in the industry. He's investing in you because he believes if he can dominate this market space with the apps and get enough traffic and get enough people clicking on his links, him and his family will be very successful. I think it's important that I clarify what investing actually is, right? So that term, investor, right? When you're investing in something, what do I mean by it? Now, I am not talking about debt. I'm not talking about leverage. If you, or if you're a diehard Robert Kiyosaki fan and you're just all about debt and leverage, I mean, obviously that definition of investing is completely different than what I'm talking about. Me personally, how I live my life, I live debt-free. I'm closer to the Dave Ramsey way of thinking and the Money Guys show way of thinking. It's a little bit of in between both of them. I'm not somebody who believes in a lot of debt and a lot of leverage, primarily because I don't trust myself, right? I just don't. I'm not smart enough for that. I don't have the willpower for it. I just don't. If I have $1 million in my bank account, I'm gonna buy a bunch of comic books. Like I'm like the worst disciplined person when it comes to money, and that's just how I've always been. That's been part of my characteristics ever since I was a child. I'm very impulsive, and I'm not disciplined enough to work with debt and leverage. So I just don't participate in it. I was addicted to cigarettes for a long time. I was addicted to alcohol for a long time. I was addicted to gambling for a long time. And so it's not for me. And that's something that when I found that out finally, and I finally came to terms with that, really changed my life. And I hope you find that too, whatever it is. If you are able to operate with debt, and you know you can, I salute you. Congratulations. Hope you can keep it in control. So what I'm talking about investing is the debt-free kind of investing where you operate your entire monthly operational expenses, whatever it is, for your daily life, for your family, for your health insurance, for your mortgage, for your rent, or if you have a car payment or whatever you have. After the entire month goes by, there's still extra money that you made from that month, right? That month's income, the amount of money you generated during the month, there's still some left over. So investing is taking that money and instead of putting it in a savings account or just leaving it in your checking account or putting it under your mattress, you take that money and you put it into an asset. And an asset is something that generates money for you, where you can go to sleep and it generates money for you. You don't have to work. It works all by itself. So when I say sports card investor is investing in us, in you, in the community, in the market, what I mean by that is he's putting money that he would normally have set aside in a bank account that he's not doing anything with. And what he's doing is he's creating a source of income that will continue to generate that income while he's sleeping. It works with whether he participates in it or not. He will generate cash flow for himself and his family. So the website, every time there's a visitor to the website, it increases the valuation of that website. They can put more ads onto it. He can eventually sell it to somebody else for a lot of money. The app that he's created, especially Market Movers, which is a paid subscription app, you know, the more people that pay into it every month, all he has to do is end up paying like Teapot and other people to maintain it. And so the difference between the subscriptions and the ads that they run through it and the links that are included in the actual app, so that when you look up a card like that Joe Burrow and you click on that link and somebody actually makes a purchase for one of those cards through that link, he gets a kickback. All the excess money is just passive income that is being generated from his investment into this marketplace, into you, into the community. So don't forget that. He is an investor, right? And that's what I mean by when I say there's more to it. There's more than the illusion in front of you of just a good website and this person just joining the community. He's investing in us. He's investing in the marketplace. And there's nothing wrong with that. Right? So really understand what is happening. Okay? There is a man behind the curtain. It's not that he's evil, it's business. But don't get blinded by, you know, his fancy studio or all this other stuff or his no. He's an investor in himself. And again, I want to stress this. It's not evil. It's not a bad thing. But let's just be transparent about this, okay? So even on his sports card website, sports card investor website, you'll see about Jeff Wilson, right? And I did 5 minutes of research. Okay, let's just be honest. I did not do a background check on this guy. I didn't go freaking, you know, into his high school graduation. You know, I didn't get all creepy with it. Okay, I took 5 minutes out of my day and I did a little research, and I want to share it with you. So he is an individual who founded 352, and he talks about this all the time, even in his intro videos. You know, by day he invests in tech companies, right? And so what does that mean? What does this all mean? Like, he gives a nice little history. He co-founded and invested in several other quickly growing startups, and he invests in technology. He invests in companies, right? So let's go to 352. This is 352. This is people that, you know, provided him comments, and this is what they were trying to seek as far as help from him and from his company. You know, they need to streamline operations and better serve their customers. What else? I need to find new revenue streams and growth opportunities. I need to acquire new customers. I need to build digital product that will drive revenue. So this is his actual company. Sports Card Investor is new, right? Like that whole situation is new. This is what he's been doing. Building a digital product that will drive revenue. You know, getting a better web presence, like communication, all this stuff. This is what he does. And when you understand that, you can understand what he's doing with Sports Card Investor. He drives traffic, he markets very well, and he sells a digital product. Market Movers. But let's not pretend that the market truly is for sports card, truly is, you know, going to the moon and is up all the time. And, you know, he brings up these one or two cards that are up, and just, it's all entertainment so he can sell you the Market Movers app. That's all it is. Watching Jeff Wilson talk about sports cards and talk about the marketplace, to me, is like watching Jim Cramer talk about stocks. You know, it's all bells and whistles, and he's pumping up these things and blah, blah, blah. And he's purposely trying to motivate people to buy and invest, right? Because it helps his cause. I mean, it helps the market as a whole. However, if the people participating in the market are going into debt to do so, or over leveraging themselves to participate in the market, that's not doing anybody any good. So you gotta look at yourself first, right? If you want to be a sports card investor, you need to understand when you should even start investing, right? It's one thing to have a fondness for sports cards or some kind of desire to buy and open packs and enjoy the product. It's another thing to invest in these things. You have to create the budget and you have to be ready to invest before you actually take that step. Okay, so don't be in a rush. Don't fall into the hype. Don't be absorbed by the pumping and the dumping because he needs to dump his product on you so he can make money. That's all it is. Okay? And there's nothing wrong with it. I just wish he was more transparent and more truly invested in helping people get to the point in which they can invest responsibly. So, this is principal.com. I think it's a great website with really good information. It gives you 4 signs you're ready to invest. Right? Do you have an emergency fund? Are you building that? Do you actually end the month every month with extra money? If so, that's a sign that you can invest. You can take that little bit of extra money and buy a sealed product and buy some sports cards and buy some comic books. Put it in a mutual fund, whatever your strategy will be. But if you're not ending the month with extra money every month, you should not be investing, right? And so these are just a couple things. There's also, you could go to the Dave Ramsey website. There's also the Money Guy show. There's all these other things that will help you get on the right path in order to start investing. He's not an evil guy. However, I don't think he is. I mean, he could be. I don't know what he's got in his basement. You know what I mean? But however, he is presenting an illusion on purpose. His whole website is an illusion. Where's all the ones going down? Yeah, it's all the ones going up. Where's all the ones going down? Where are they? Why are you only putting percentages and not the actual dollar amount? This one's gone up 219%. Oh my God, 219%. Oh my God. No, man. No. So really think about stuff. Understand that just because they're on this website and because they're saying the price is going up, right? Percentages are going up, it does not mean it's worth your investment. The hobby is fun. The hobby is great. I got no problems with it. I participate in it and I love to do so. But let's be transparent. Let's be honest with each other. He's selling you something. This hobby will be here for you when you're ready. It's not going anywhere. You're not going to miss out on some crazy opportunity. It's fine. Take care of yourself and your family first. And if you want to come into this and enjoy the aspect of buying and selling and speculating, all that stuff, that's great. But budget to do so. Take care of your house and home first. Then think about doing all this stuff. But never get absorbed into the hype. They're all pumping and everybody's just pumping and dumping. I'm pumping and dumping. You know what I'm pumping? Your financial freedom. Pumping it up. And I'm dumping it on you. Get financially free first. And then invest.